Welcome back to the class. So we'll continue the last property, that was oxidizing agent, the most important property, oxidizing property, or you can say it is an oxidizing agent property. Okay, so why we will recall that property again? Why it is oxidizing property? Because it gives nascent oxygen. The concentrated nitric acid, concentrated, what it will give? In the previous video we have done dilute. So what is the product when it is written concentrated? The product is nitrogen dioxide. And when it is written dilute, what is the product? It decomposes into nitric oxide. Plus, why it is oxidizing? Because of nascent oxygen. And another product is water. And balance by writing here 2, here also 2, here 2, here 2 and 3. Now it is balanced. Because of this oxygen, it is oxidizing agent. Further we will do the reaction with reaction of nitric acid with another with metals and non-metals. So first we will do reaction of nitric acid with non-metals, nitric acid with non-metals. When nitric acid reduces, it oxidizes other and itself reduces, and it gives 3 products, NO2, nitric oxide and nitrous oxide. It gives 3 products when it itself reduced. So here we will do reaction of nitric acid with non-metals. We will take only 2 non-metals, carbon and sulfur. So carbon and sulfur when reacts with nitric acid, HNO3. So the products, this nitric acid is concentrated. So from the concentrated word, you will come to know what is the product. The product, one of the product will be nitrogen dioxide, and water is also there. And another product, here the another product will be carbon dioxide, and here another product will be sulfuric acid. Rest 2 are same in both the cases. Yes. And how to balance? When you put here, here you will see carbon is 1 nitrogen, and 1 nitrogen, hydrogens 2, here 2, and you put here 4, then 2 nitrogen will become 4, carbon is 1. Check whether it is balanced or not. Yes, it is balanced. And next, how it is balanced? It is balanced by writing here 6, then 2 hydrogen, 2, when we put here 2 nitrogen, 6, here 6. Now it is balanced. Both the reactions are very, very important. And next one is action of nitric acid on metals. Now instead of non-metals, we can take metals like copper, zinc. Mainly the reaction is asked in exam for copper metal. It is very important. It is in the syllabus. So similarly we can write with the another metals also. So I will explain only copper metal. Copper HNO3 if it is concentrated, and copper HNO3 when it is cold and dilute. What will be the product? Concentrated, one of the product you know very well. Now it is nitrogen dioxide, and another will be water. And here dilute is there, nitric oxide plus water. And another product, copper is there, copper nitrate, CuNO3 2 plus here also copper nitrate, and balance. Only the difference is here nitrogen dioxide and nitric oxide, and both the reactions are very important. Now balance this equation. How to balance? dilute concentrated is there. When we write here 4, then it can be balanced by, it could be balanced by writing 4, 2 and here is 1, 4. Now it is balanced. Next one is 3 with, no, this is with concentrated, and next one is with the dilute. After writing here 3, 8, it could be balanced. Here also 3, then 8 is there, and here is 4, nitrogen, no, here is 2, and here we will write 6. Total, no, 2, 3 is 6, here will be 2, not 6, here will be 2 NO. Just check whether it is balanced or not. 4 and 2, 3, yes, it is balanced. Now similarly you can write the reaction with zinc. Zinc, HNO3, just to see the condition whether concentrated or dilute. You can write with the zinc concentrated, then nitrogen dioxide, plus water, then zinc nitrate, ZnNO3 2, and balance the equation. Without balancing, your equation is wrong. Next one is metals like iron, aluminium, cobalt, nickel. They show passive nature with nitric acid. Now what is passive nature? Once the metal, for example aluminium, once the aluminium reacts with the HNO3, it will form a layer around it of its compound. It will form a layer around it, and that will not allow nitric acid to react further with the aluminium. That is called passive nature. And how we can remove this this layer from the surface of aluminium? We can remove this layer by using sandpaper. By rubbing the surface we can remove, then again aluminium can react. But when again aluminium will react, again it will form layer like this. So these metals, aluminium, iron, cobalt and nickel, they become passive when treated with pure concentrated nitric acid. Next one is, it is also called typical acid. Now why nitric acid is called typical acid? Because when nitric acid reacts with metals, it will not give hydrogen gas. Usually metals react with acid, give hydrogen gas, but nitric acid when react with metals does not give hydrogen gas. So that's why it is called typical acid. But nitric acid, it can give hydrogen gas only with the two metals. Those are magnesium and manganese. But the condition is that magnesium, with magnesium and manganese, nitric acid can give hydrogen gas, but with the rest of the metals it does not give. Like magnesium plus HNO3. The condition is that it should be 1%. 1% means only 1% is nitric acid, rest 99% is water. So it will give magnesium nitrate and hydrogen gas. With magnesium and with manganese only it gives hydrogen gas. So this question can be asked, important one. Write the name of two metals with which nitric acid gives hydrogen gas. So the names are magnesium and manganese. Next one is reaction as aquafortis. That reaction you have done in the HCl chapter, same as it is given here. So kindly go through from that chapter for aqua regia topic. Next one is uses of nitric acid. It is used to etch the designing on copper or other metals to make the designs on the metal surface. It is used. It is also used to prepare some important compounds such as potassium nitrate, ammonium nitrate. Next one is, it is used to purify gold, and it is also act as rocket fuel oxidant. Now why rocket fuel oxidant? Because it helps to oxidize the fuel, means to burn the fuel that is used in rocket. Nitric acid is used. Next one is, it is used to prepare aqua regia, and industrial uses are there. It is used to prepare TNT explosive, that is trinitrotoluene. Then synthetic fiber like artificial silk. Then important compound, already I have explained, to prepare potassium nitrate, ammonium nitrate. It is also used to prepare dyes, drugs and perfumes. Next one is test for nitric acid. How we can check the presence of nitric acid, whether the given solution is nitric acid or not. First one is test for HNO3. How to test? First one, by heating. HNO3, on heating, it decomposes. Many times we have done this decomposition reaction here. Yes. So the color of this gas is brown. So what you can say, if the brown color gas is given out on heating of nitric acid, when we are heating, this is nitric acid, when we heat it, if brown color gas is given out, that is nitrogen dioxide, then the given acid is here nitric acid. Next one is for nitrates. Nitrate like potassium nitrate we cannot take here. We can say zinc nitrate. When it is heated, then again nitrate group is there. Which gas will given out? Brown color gas or reddish brown gas is given out during the heating of nitrates. Similarly, on adding copper to nitric acid or acidified nitrate, again how can you find out the given acid is nitric acid? By the color of nitrogen dioxide. And the last test is brown ring test. Brown ring test. 3 reactants are used in this test. Brown ring test. 3 reactants are used. First take a test tube. In that test tube keep nitric acid HNO3. Then add HNO3. Then add freshly prepared ferrous sulfate and mix the test tube. Mix the solution by stirring it. And then the third thing is, now this is HNO3 and FeSO4 together. Now on the sidewise pour sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid. Now when it will go down, it is heavier as compared to these two, so it will settle down, and at the junction of this solution, junction means where this solution will meet, at the junction of the test tube on cooling, it will form a brown ring here. Here you will observe the brown ring, and here is the solution. So if you observe brown ring here, the given solution is here nitric acid, and the name of this brown ring is nitroso-ferrous sulfate. Nitroso-ferrous sulfate, this one. And then some precautions note is there, and formula is FeSO4NO. The reaction you can do from the book. Nitroso-ferrous sulfate, brown compound. Now note is there. First note is, this ferrous sulfate should be used freshly prepared. Why? Because if we use the old one, then you will not get ferrous, you will get ferric sulfate, and it will give some other compound, it will not give brown ring. So prepare it on the same time, so that it will not oxidize to this. And if you will use old ferrous sulfate, that is not ferrous sulfate, that will be your ferric sulfate, and it will not give brown ring test, so it should be freshly prepared. Second thing is, the brown ring of nitroso sulfate is formed at the junction. Already I have explained. Junction means where the two solution, these two meet, you can say meet, that is called junction point. It is heavier, it will go sidewise, then will come here and form brown ring. The third one is, this brown ring of nitrosoferrous sulfate decomposes on heating, or when you disturb the test tube, it will not form, and on heating also it will decompose into some other compounds. And the last topic is now effect of heat on nitrates. From this topic, usually they ask the observations. What do you observe when this nitrate is heated or that nitrate is heated? So test is over. Next is effect of heating. Effect of heating on heat on nitrate. As you know, KNO you have done in 9th standard, potassium nitrate and sodium nitrate. They both give oxygen gas, colorless gas on heating with their nitrite, KNO2. Heating sign is delta. After that balance, then this is for only two metals, potassium nitrate and sodium nitrate. Name a nitrate, question is, name a nitrate which gives only one gas on heating, that is potassium nitrate, either this or sodium nitrate. Next, when we talk about zinc nitrate on heating, it gives nitrogen dioxide and oxygen, two gases. So that's why there is only one. Here is two. Rest all nitrates give two gases plus zinc oxide. Now see, this one is colorless. It is a colorless, and it will this liquid will change into a substance that is yellow when hot. This is yellow when hot and white when cold. So what observation you can give when zinc nitrate is heated? What observation is there? A residue is formed which is yellow when hot and white when cold. Similarly, with the lead nitrate, a residue is formed which is yellow in color, fuses with the glass. And next, copper nitrate, observation on heating, it gives black color residue. And next one is silver and mercury nitrate. Silver nitrate, these two are least reactive metal, and mercury nitrate, same reaction will be there, nitrate, NO3. So on heating, it will not give oxide. Last two will be same. Next, it will not give oxide, it will give metal, silver metal. And here the observation is silvery gray metal is left behind in the test tube on heating. And next one is last, ammonium nitrate. Ammonium nitrate formula is NH4NO3 on heating. It gives nitrous oxide. This is called laughing gas. Formula is N2O and chemical name is nitrous oxide, and here water vapor. So observation is that when ammonium nitrate is heated in the test tube, nothing is left behind. Both will change into the, this is also gas, both will change into the gaseous form, and no residue will left behind in the test tube. So this is all about your nitric acid chapter. Kindly go through the book, these topics, and if you are having doubt, you can ask in comment section and solve exercise given on page number is 170, exercise number 10. Try to solve. Exercise 10, page number 170. Thank you.